as I was seeking God about what to share with you on tonight, I said, Lord, what is it? What is it that I need to release to the people on tonight? And he said, tell the people to just ask. Just ask. And I said, Lord, what is it that you're saying when you say just ask? Well, we know that asking positions you that you're in a place where you need something, whether it be information, whether it be healing, deliverance, salvation, finances, whatever it is, there is something in your life that you're needing God to do for you, a new business. I don't know. It could be a relationship. But the Lord is saying tonight, just ask. Now, it's a simple thing to do, but yet we find it to be so hard. What makes it hard to ask? Pride is one thing that makes it hard to ask, because when you ask something of someone or anyone, there is a level of humility that has to come with that, because there is a vulnerability that exists because you admit that you don't have something that you need. But the wonderful thing about this ask, and that the Lord is saying just ask, is that he is the one who can supply everything that we need. And there is nothing too hard for God. We know that there are many scriptures in the Bible that speak to asking, but I want to deal with a very familiar scripture on tonight. And that's found in the book of St. Matthew, the 7th chapter, around the 7th verse. And it says, ask and it shall be given. It says, seek and you will find. And lastly, it says, knock and the door shall be open unto you. One of the things that I really like about this particular scripture is it gives 3 different action words: ask, seek, and knock. All of these words mean that you are where you need to be. You are where your blessing is. You are where your answer is. You are where your manifested desire is. Whether it's the fullness of it or not, it just depends on where you're at in that particular season. But the reality of it is you're at a place where God is going to do the work for you. All you have to do is humble yourself and ask. Why do you say humble yourself, prophet? Because oftentimes when there is a need, we get kind of fidgety. Like we don't want people to know, hey, I'm going through. Sometimes we act like we don't want God to know that we're going through. You know, he tells us to cast our cares upon him because he cares for us. And so that lets us know right there that we're going to have some times. We're going to have to humble ourselves before the throne of grace and ask God for help. We're going to have to ask God for deliverance because we are human. We're going to encounter situations that are going to be seemingly insurmountable for us. But the Lord is letting us know on tonight, all we have to do is ask, and don't ask amiss. Don't let your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions cloud what you're asking God to do. Don't let your atmosphere and the people that surround you block what it is that God promised you. Listen, nobody is worth you losing your promises. Nobody is worth you losing your faith in believing that God will do what he said he would do for you. One of the things that I have found at the longer that I have walked with God is that everybody is not for me and everybody is not for you. But you know what? It's okay. Matter of fact, I learned to get a little happy when I realized that people, not everybody, just some people weren't necessarily in my corner, because the Bible tells you to beware when all men speak well of you. So you got to get to a place where things get a little uncomfortable. And when you get to a place where you're ready to move into your next, when you're ready to move into your wealthy place, when you're ready to move into your manifestation season, then things are going to be uncomfortable. But you can't be too uncomfortable to where you can't humble yourself and ask God to do it for you. Always stay in a place of humility where you ask God to do it for you and then believe that he's going to do it. He says right here in this scripture, Matthew 7:7, when you ask, it's going to be given. Stop allowing the enemy to cause you to doubt that God is not going to save your family member, that God is not going to heal your body, that God is not going to meet that need. God is going to do what you ask of him. The only thing that we have to do is believe. All things are possible if we just believe. All we have to do is believe. But he's saying ask. Just ask. I don't know what it is that you're looking for. I don't know what it is that you got up with on your mind this morning. But the Lord is saying, ask me and I will give it to you. Ask me and I will make a way. Ask me and I will work it out. Ask me and I will provide it. Ask me and I will heal. Ask me and I will make a way in the wilderness. Ask me and I will bring the elevation. Ask me and I will open the door. Ask me and I will let it flow for you on your behalf. God is on your side. Regardless of what it looks like, regardless of how it feels, God is on your side. Regardless of what the enemy tries to get you to believe, God is on your side. God will bring it to pass. God will deliver you. God will set you free. God will elevate you. God will give you the desires of your heart. Just ask on tonight and watch God work. Watch God move. Watch God manifest that you have dreamed of, that vision that you have cast. Watch God bring it to pass. Just ask and believe, and you shall receive. God bless. God keep you is our prayer.